Is this recording? I can't tell. Oh, there it is. I was hiding behind my fan. It's starting to get really hot here in Shanghai. And yeah, I understand that these are sumo wrestlers, Japanese sumo wrestlers, but I'm hardly a purist. When I see fun things from anywhere, I buy them. And I bought this, this was in it was in, not a Daiso, which is the Japanese dollar store, but a similar dollar store in Hong Kong. They had this for, you guessed it, about $1. Whatever the Hong Kong equivalent to that is. I kind of erase currency conversion information, exchange rate information once I leave a place, because they're already living overseas. There are already enough currency conversions that I do on a regular basis. I need an intro, don't I? Welcome to the week 7 update of Changing Scripts. Da, da, da. So it's getting hot here in Shanghai, and so I need to remember to put this in my bag because oftentimes I am sitting in a place dying because it's too hot, and this little bit of air actually helps quite a bit. We're going to get up to about, 95 Fahrenheit with 90% humidity any day now. It's June 8th now, and it's a-coming. I don't know what the humidity was today, but it was in the 80 percentile a few days ago, so it's getting there. So this guy is going to go in my bag. My bag gets bigger as summer gets closer. Actually, summer and winter. Winter is more like hats and bags and bags? Hats and gloves and things like that, and summer is like drinking containers and things like this, and lots of tissues and wet wipes, because I travel a lot here. Not the point at all. But I wanted to share something personal since I'm leaving you. Just kidding. What I'm going to do is restructure this channel though, because these, as much as I love my red door and coming to you every week to report back everything that's happened, there's too much that's happening. I find it incredibly hard to keep notes of my studies with the Chinese language and the characters, and to keep notes of what happens with the studies. So I've experimented a little more with the characters in the wild videos, and you'll see a few of those. I did some with Hongqiao train station this week, and I just posted one today, I believe. Oh no, that one was posted today, and then before that was a walk around my neighborhood. And I really like doing those videos. I really like seeing characters in the wild, even if I can't figure out what the things mean at the time. I feel like it really contextualizes things that I do see. So even if it's 1 or 2 per video, I feel like it's worth it. And I feel like for those of you who are not in China, it might give another side to this channel. So what I'm thinking of doing is continuing on with I have 5 different types of videos I'm thinking of doing instead of this one long update video. So I want to cease doing this and put the different parts of the update video in different smaller videos, because things hit me during the week and I'd much rather just step aside and do an awkward little video like in a train station or just on the street somewhere, because I'm getting used to that now. I'd much rather do that than wait till the end of the week and go through all of my notes and my screenshots and try to figure out what happened and what was the success and what was I doing. I had a really, really good success this week with finding a toilet in, it's the little things, but finding a toilet in a train station and going up and coming back all within the time frame when my train was coming, because I could read the train sign and know when it was coming, how many minutes until it was coming, and then I could read the bathroom sign and all of that. And I have all kinds of pictures all over my media, and I can't find them and put them together to show you the success because I waited too long. So in order to avoid those kind of pitfalls, I want to just do the videos more often. I do like labeling them by week. Week 6, week 7, and then after the week name, what kind of video it is. Either characters in the wild, the tracing before and after videos that I started this week. I did the before video a few days ago, actually on Sunday of last week I believe, and I'll be doing the after video, oh my god, probably tomorrow. I better practice tonight. So I like doing those. The success moments, I want to do them when they hit and just post it. Whether if it's a 2-minute video or a 5-minute video, I want to show you the success as it happens. I want to, for those moments, also selfishly, for those moments when I feel like this is an uphill battle that I will never get to the top of the mountain of, I want to have those moments on camera so I can remind myself that learning is happening. Yes, yes it is. All right, I don't know what voice that was. I also want to have the burning question stuff. Now, oh God, okay, at this level of my language learning, there are too many questions to post in too many videos. So I'll try to limit the burning questions to maybe 1 or 2 a week. And then of course invite you to, for your input or comparisons. If you're in a place that uses the Chinese language also, and you notice any part of what I'm posting around you, but it's slightly different, feel free to tweet it or Tumblr it or Instagram it or whatever, and send it over, and I'll incorporate it into the videos somehow or connect it to it. We'll connect it all together, because I think comparing the language in the different places as well would be a really cool feature. Oh, maybe that's another one. Oh gosh, I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I already counted those, didn't I? It's been a really long, a good but a long day. A good day. I've been fighting with Anki all day today, in a good way. There's a serious learning curve to things that are worth it. And Anki, the flashcard app, is seriously worth it. I was using a pre-made app. Those are called shared apps, actually, for the 100 most common radicals, and those were so helpful I decided to finally make my own for HSK1 characters that were not in the common radicals, and I got 4 done today. It was an uphill battle, but I have images and sound and character to meaning and meaning to character working in those 4. So now that I have that, I have the websites that I'm using to extract the information and put it in the flashcards. It's going to be a lot easier going forward, but the initial setup was a bit tricky. Even with all of the resources that are available, it was super tricky. So for moments like that, when I'm hitting my head against the wall going, never mind, I'll just use the millions of resources and never actually have one consistent thing to track my progress, no, I'm easily distracted. I need one area where I can consistently track my progress, and where I like the time-space repetition software part of Anki also, so I really want to push ahead on that. So I need those success moment videos in order to keep me going in moments like today when I just wanted to throw my computer across the room. And my screen was blipping, so I really had a lot of reasons to throw my screen across the room. Just my screen, to throw the entire laptop across the room. But it was in a super cute cafe too, and I didn't want to make it dirty. So there were good things there to stop me from this kind of moment, and I want more reasons not to do these crazy things. I've never actually thrown a computer across the room. What have I thrown across the room? What have you thrown across the room? I think a glass once, but not towards anybody, just towards a wall. And once intentionally during a New Year's celebration. I forget what culture our host was from, but it was part of their culture where they threw a glass against the wall as part of the woo, New Year is coming, or New Year is here, let's celebrate thing. I've only told you 4 of the 5 parts of the channel that I want to do. The 5th one is tools and links. As I find things, I want to make videos on them. If they're videoable. Is that a word? That should be a word. If not, I'll just put them in Twitter or Instagram, Tumblr, most likely Twitter. I'm trying to branch out social media-wise, but I gotta tell you, I'm a Twitter girl. If you want to see what I'm talking about, I don't even think you need to sign up in order to see some of the streams. Just go on to Twitter. STEPHFUCCIO. The amount of conversations I'm having on there right now with Chinese language learners and language developers and language teachers is insane. In like just a few weeks. It's insane how much is being shared back and forth. Like good insane. I love it. So my ability to spread it out over different platforms is just not ability. My motivation's waning. I want to stay a Twitter girl. But Tumblr has some really cool other things, like the pictures, the travel pictures on there. Oh, they're amazing. Something I got from Twitter this week to really motivate me that I thought was really sweet. Thank you to, and I don't know the name of this person. I'm so sorry. I want to say your name, but the Learn Chinese. The Twitter handle is at CH1NESE with me. Why is it one? Anyway, Chinese with me. So sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't think about these. I have it on my screen so I can read it off, but I didn't even think about it. I look at the pictures that go with the Twitter handle and I get used to those. See, I am a visual person. This is why Chinese should stick with me. This is why. All right, so this person said, and thank you, this was awesome. Your vlogs are amazing. It's hard to see anyone reflecting themselves on learning a language like you. I really like the way you're doing. Thank you. Me too. No, not that I'm amazing. I'm not saying my vlogs are amazing. I'm just saying I don't think a lot of people are doing this because it's really hard to think about this. I mean, I've spent over 10 years analyzing language to teach language. A language that I grew up with, a language that I didn't, although I played with words, I didn't practice how to teach it or practice how to break it down or how to grade a language or how to do activities to practice a language. I didn't do any of that until I started teaching in 2003. But then I spent 10 years taking my wordplay upbringing with the new skills of teaching the language, and then went into academia and all of the bad ways that language is taught in classrooms as far as those formal classrooms go, and not everywhere. I can't say across the board all language schools suck, because there's a lot of language schools that don't suck. I can't say that all language classrooms in universities suck, because not all of them do. But in general, languages are taught really badly. And I'm beginning to wonder, after 10 plus years of teaching the English language and a number of years trying to learn different languages myself, I'm really beginning to wonder if language classes should be more of workshops, familiarizing learners with tools and with communities of people, and to have people just meet on a weekly basis so they can go over what they've done and share what they've done, and then, use the language a little bit too, obviously. But I really, really wonder, because these themed classes, it's good for vocabulary, right? It's good for pronunciation. There's still a need for classes on some level. But if you're in a situation like I'm in right now, where I'm living in a place where the language is used everywhere, even if there is a local dialect, they wouldn't say, no, you're saying it too formally here, would they? I don't know. I haven't actually tried to speak a lot of what I'm learning, because what I'm learning is little bits of the language that don't specifically connect yet. I do have a little bit of functional Chinese that I've been using since the first time I lived in a Chinese-speaking environment, but my tones have always been bad. I know that. Do you want to see? Okay. Like if I go to a store and they ask me if I want a bag, I understand the question. Questions end with ma. My tone's wrong, right? Yeah, exactly. And so they'll ask me that, and I'll say, 不要谢谢. Pretty bad, right? It means I don't need. Bu is like no, and I don't know what yao means, and 谢谢is obviously yes. I bet my tones on all of those are off. And that's what I've been doing for years. Eventually, one of the things I'm doing with Anki is I'm getting the pronunciation in there. This was not my goal at the beginning, but I am finding myself, because I really like Shanghai, even though I mostly want to read the language in the long term, I do find myself wanting to speak to people more than I ever thought I would. That's not terrible? It's not that I didn't plan on speaking to people. I didn't think I would get the pronunciation down enough while I was here in order to do that. So I didn't put it on the goal list, because I thought reading was more sustainable whether I was here or not. That's what I mean. But I do find myself that it's a bit more of a burning desire now that I can hear syllables when people are talking, thanks to breaking down the characters and the radicals more so. I find it easier to tell where word boundaries are than I thought I would. I do apologize. I have the beginnings of a cold, so I'm going to be like all 5-year-old kind of today. So I do find that the speaking part is working its way into my reading of the language, which is fine. I mean, how much can you segment out a language anyway? Ask a lot of language schools. They'll have an answer for that. Oh yeah. Anyway, what was my point? I think I'm going to do the smaller videos instead of this long update video. It's less work for me, it's more frequent, it's more real because things happen instead of me making notes, and it's a lot easier. I mentioned this in one of the walkabout videos, but character in the wild videos, but I have two phones right now because the phone that I brought with me doesn't work with the advanced, you heard me, advanced telecommunications that is China Unicom, or China in general right now. They skipped ahead of technology, and the 4G here is way more advanced than the 4G I was using in the US. So I have this amazing smartphone that I love from the US. Ooh, I think the video quality is actually better than my new one that I bought, from the one that this one right here that I'm using. I should probably do this anyway, never mind. The videos I'm doing in the walkabout, I'm using my old smartphone, so it's not just sitting in a drawer. It's unusable here, and I can't really sell it here, and pretty much it's only usable in the US, and I'm not going to ship it back to try to sell it there. So I'm going to use it to take videos outside, which cures a few different things, like the sound and the video quality are better than probably what you're seeing here. And if it somehow gets dropped or stolen while I'm doing walkabouts, it's no big deal because it's not my daily phone. And then it's gone, and I don't have to figure out what to do with it now that it's an extra phone. But so I can be a little more adventurous with it outside without having to worry about all of that. Having all kinds of pay functions and different like work things on my phone, on my daily phone that I'm using right now, it's a little bit more nerve-wracking to have that out like this when I'm outside, and having the potential of something environment or people-wise happen to it that is really uncomfortable. So I'm sort of excited to do those walkabout videos. Oh, that's a little intimate, right? Okay, so this is the old phone that I love to death, and I love this case. How cool is that? So I've put these things on here because I'm trying to figure out how to attach it here. I've been holding it at this level during the walkabout videos. I think I might actually, oddly enough, attach it to my bra straps and then make sure it just doesn't turn off as I'm videotaping it. I was thinking of trying to do some sort of necklacey thing, but I can't figure out what to. If you can think of something I can do that with. I've put these, they're just hair ties, onto the case itself so it could help facilitate attaching it to something around my neck. And as far as what that something is, I don't know if it's just a simple lanyard, but I think that would be too loose, or if it's a necklace that I don't own yet. Well, they do have those kind of leathery kind of necklaces. I could try to use one of those. I just want to have it here so I can just walk down the street, because people talk to themselves while they walk down the street. Sorry, talk to themselves or talk to people on the phone as they're walking down the street all the time, and nobody looks at them because that's normal. But if you're holding it out like this, instantly you've got, well, okay, YouTube just turned on. Stop that. Then you've got a whole bunch of people going, oh, what are they doing? What are they filming? Who are they talking to? Then it becomes curious, and I would much, much rather just have it awkwardly up against my skin and talking and walking around, and then it just moves with me too. I'm telling you, there's a market here for this somehow. I mean, ideally, it'd be really cool to have one of those, right? Like, I follow a few YouTube guys who do a lot of motorcycle tours and videos. I think I mentioned all them before. If you're curious, just let me know. I'll mention specific YouTube names and things. Okay, I'll do it right now. So, oh, shoot. Lawa86, Prazi, and I know it's Winston, but I'm trying to think of his YouTube name. Serpens, something. Anyway, they do them, and they have these little things that hang down from their helmets. But I'm not going to wear a helmet outside and have a mini camera on my helmet, because I don't have a helmet. I am safe enough to walk around without a helmet. So I'm thinking here. These are the plans. Also, what I'm thinking about with the character, unless I break it before then, with all of the 5 videos I'm describing, I'm doing them outside, potentially with something on, like my phone strapped to my throat or something, right? And I can do them, and they're done, and I can upload them. Oh, and the other advantage of this phone is I've been going through tons of minutes on my daily phone because I haven't had data on my daily phone for a number of months since we got here, actually, until very recently. So I just went overboard and did everything under the sun, including upload YouTube videos with data. Do you know how expensive that gets? Expensive. I went through about 300 kwai in I think a week, which is 100's about $15 US. I couldn't figure out why I kept topping up 100 kwai, 100 kwai, 100 kwai. It's because I kept doing everything, including filming and uploading YouTube videos on my 4G data. Oops! When I use the old phone, it's only Wi-Fi, and I can do videos on the camera, and there's no chance of it using 4G because this doesn't work here. And there's no SIM card in it anymore. So it's financially safer for me to use this too. Oh my god, you should just see me. Thank God this all happened right around payday. Because I was like, oh, I'm completely out of money on my phone. I can't even send a text message to find out my balance on my phone because that costs money. Awkward. Totally awkward. So again, to recap, the kind of videos I'm thinking about, and let me know if there's anything else that you think might work. Shorter videos, characters in the wild, tracing before and after videos, success moment videos, burning question videos, and any tools or links or any resources online. Although I have a feeling that last one might really just be a Twitter post. But we'll see what happens with that. I'll leave that as an option. And anything else that might come, I'll still label them by the week, but then I'll put like a subheading next to that. And I think those smaller, manageable videos will be better for me, easier to film, better for you because you'll see stuff quicker. And there'll be feedback quicker once we get into a feedback process. I still want to challenge people. Hey, if you're learning Chinese, start doing something like this so we can ricochet off of each other and so we can see each other's progress and aha moments and all of that kind of good stuff. Yeah, the success videos should be called aha moments. We'll just leave them as success videos. I don't care about labeling. Oh, but I do because I made an entire list of what they should be called. So that's what I'm thinking. So this is the last, adios, I don't know goodbye in Chinese, honestly. A lot of people just say bye-bye. I don't know functional language, and then I do, and then I don't. I know how to say no bag, but not goodbye. Yeah. Anyway, this is the last long update video. The rest of them will be incorporated into the other videos. So this will give me a little more to talk about also in the characters in the wild videos. I'll have like a little list of updates and things that I can do as we're walking from one place to the next between characters. Right now there's a significant amount of and random stories, and those probably won't stop, but now I'll have more updates, redundant, that I can add as well. Again, totally open to any ideas that you might have, anything you've seen in the walkabout videos that you want to see more of, less of, that kind of thing. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go micro video from here on out, or at least out in the wild more. That is the goal. That is the goal. The walkabout videos are so much fun. Did you see the last video with the guy who was riding his suitcase? Love that. Love that. That's stuff you just can't plan. And I think when you see parts of stuff like that out in Shanghai or wherever I'm traveling for work that week, I think you get an idea of why I'm so excited to be here, because there's so much change and innovation and interesting things happening in Shanghai and in China right now. And I think when you see that, you might get motivated. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. Maybe you will get motivated to learn the language along with me. You'll only be 7 weeks behind, which, considering how back and forth I was the first few weeks, is really like a month behind. You can do this. But this isn't meant to be motivational or pushy. It's just meant to be descriptive, right? And informative. I can't not share. I can't not teach. It's in my blood. Alright, I think I've exhausted this end of the update, the long red door update videos. if I do any resource videos at home, you'll probably still see the red door, because I like that red door. Don't you like that red door? Yeah. Anyway, okay, I am rambling, so I'm going to stop now. Thank you to everybody online, especially to Taylor at Little Linguini. She left some amazing comments and translations of things that I found in the Walkabout the Shohui neighborhood walk-around video. Thank you, thank you, thank you to Taylor for that. And if anybody else watches it and you notice anything, and you can leave a comment on what it is, just put the time and what it is. And, or if you have a question, put the time and the question. And let's just bounce off of each other on what this stuff is. I'm not going to pretend to sit down and translate everything that I see in these videos. It's more of a looking at the progression of what I can decipher as time goes on. And hopefully, even though I can only notice a few things right now, hopefully as the months go on, I'll notice more and more and more of things. And eventually I want to go back to the week 4, week 5, week 6 videos and kind of rewatch those and see how much more I will notice. Or I can just go the same path. A lot of these places I live near or I go to frequently. Like I did in an art community area today that I'll be posting in the next few days. I walked around there. I go there quite often, so I could just go back in a few months and re-walk the walk and hopefully know more stuff. Although the art exhibits change, so some of the characters might change. But you know what? Alright, thank you so much. Until a much shorter next time in one of the other sub-videos, which will turn into the bigger videos. Well, which will be the existence of this channel. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to hearing from you. And happy language learning, whatever language you're learning. Goodbye.